G'day, Dave here. Do you ever wonder whether there's more to life than what we can see and hear, what we can taste and smell and touch? Do you ever think that maybe there's something beyond what we experience? The Bible tells us that God has placed eternity into the human heart. What an incredible idea, that deep within us there's a sense that there is more, that there's something bigger, that there's something lasting, that there's something eternal. Eternity in the human heart. It's interesting, back in the 20th century there was a man in Sydney. There wasn't much to note this fellow except for what he left behind, and people of Sydney over a number of years kept discovering these chalk drawings in amazing copperplate writing. Arthur Stace was his name, and he would get up early in the morning and he'd write eternity in beautiful script on the pavements throughout Sydney. In memory of Arthur Stace, in the year 2000, in fact New Year's Eve as we entered the new millennium, Sydney Harbour was lit with this word, eternity. It's a big idea. Is it a big reality? Friends, if there's more to life than what we experience here and now, wouldn't we want to take hold of that? I want to read to you again from Ecclesiastes. From chapter 3, he writes, "I've seen the burden that God has laid on the human race. He's made everything beautiful in its time. He's also set eternity in the human heart, and yet no one can fathom what God has done from the beginning to the end. I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live, that each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in their toil. This is the gift of God. I know that everything God does will endure forever. Nothing can be added to it, nothing taken from it. God does it so that people will fear him." When it says fear him there, it means reverence him, respect him, honour him, treat him as God. Whatever is has already been, and what will be has been before, and God will call the past to account. Friends, as we consider this word in Ecclesiastes, it's pushing us to think, yes, there is more to life than what goes on around about us. The proof of this, of course, has been given by God already. Roughly 2,000 years ago, God stepped into our world. The first Christmas, God in a fetus, becoming a baby, born to Mary. God growing up in our world as young Jesus, in a carpenter's workshop, then travelling and gathering his followers. Jesus mixing with the people around him. Jesus remarkably giving us hints as to what eternity was all about. People being healed, people being fed, people being raised from the dead. Friends, if there is an eternity, and if we can be a part of that eternity, you wouldn't want to miss out, would you? Let me encourage you to keep reading through this book, but don't stop with Ecclesiastes. We need to go forward to the New Testament. We need to see that God has brought eternity to us in Jesus. Thank you.